Hi, my name is Asia and welcome to my latte makeup tutorial.
So today we're going to be using the KimChi Maple Bacon Glaze palette, and this palette is so cute. I am an affiliate of KimChi, so I will have a link for you down below if you would like to purchase this palette. But look at how cute these colors are. So the latte makeup trend is basically about having a beautiful bronze smoky eye. Not too smoky, just a little bit of smoke, a nice caramel smoke. We're gonna go ahead and jump right into the shade Cacao. Or not Cacao, oh it is Cacao. Oh, they have them in Spanish and English. Oh, that's super cute. Okay, anyway, so we're going to this shade Cocoa. And I'm just gonna apply this shade going up to create a beautiful upward pulled eye look. I learned this trick a while ago about applying a nice smoky shade going upwards into your brow. And honestly, after I did it that first time, I was like, this is the most beautiful thing. So now, what we wanna do is actually blend out those harsh lines. So I'm gonna dip into this shade Carmel Sundae. And I'm gonna use Carmel Sundae basically to blend the cocoa into my skin a little bit more because we want it to be sultry. They said that there's no harsh lines, so we want to get rid of all that. This is going to help us with our blend. Now I want to go ahead and dip into this shade called Dark Chocolate. And I'm using a slightly smaller blender brush. This brush has been dyed green for forever. I promise it's clean. I can't remember what makeup look I did, but it has never been the same, honestly. And I'm basically going to use this brush to layer on top of the previous two shadows, basically giving us more of a nice little smoky liner look. We're gonna dip into Dark Chocolate with our small brush. And we're gonna apply that just straight into our crease. So the eye shape that we're creating is like a pulled up smoky eye kind of. Then we're going to dip back into Carmel Sundae with our big fluffy brush. And again, use that to buff out any harsh lines. Okay, this is actually going pretty well. So far, first impressions of this palette, these shades are very pigmented. Even like when you alternate between the light and dark browns, on my skin tone, which I am super brown, you can even tell the difference between the shadows. So I really like that actually. So you can do beautiful cut creases with this palette. I'm gonna try that next time. We're gonna go ahead and grab this shade right here called Toffee. Beautiful. We're gonna put that all over our lid and pull that into the smoke on the outside. So basically doing a faux cut crease with this shimmer. Pulling backwards. This palette is very wearable. I will say that. This is one of the most wearable palettes that I own. I typically, if you see my makeup, it's like super intense. But that's why I like this latte and espresso makeups, because they're so wearable and it teaches people a bunch of different ways to apply nude makeup, because not everyone wants to look like super intense every single day. So now I'm gonna go into this shade called Hot Fudge. And I'm just going to apply that on the outer part of my lid, going straight into that smoky dark chocolate shade, just to help things blend better. Okay, I think I'm happy with this. I think I'm happy. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and jump straight into skin. So I'm gonna start off with this Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. We're just applying this all over my skin. I have combination skin, so that means I'm like both oily and extremely dry. I really like this because it helps with my smile lines, because I'm a very expressive human being and I need a little help on my smile lines. And this is the only primer that I have used that like really keeps it from settling super deep. So our next products are Danessa Myricks Yummy 7. It does everything. It blurs your skin, gives it a little bit of color, color corrects. Wonderful product. I use this all the time. And we are just applying this all over our cheeks. I use a little like spoon. So I'm just using my fingers to blend everything in. Pulling up, make sure we blend good with our eyeshadow. I'm gonna use some of my Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Honey. And first I'm gonna apply this on my smile lines. This is my favorite little trick to get my foundation to be flawless all day long. I'm using a concealer brush. I'm just buffing that into the skin. In the shade Honey, it is a little bit lighter than my skin tone, but it's actually more of a color corrector. So I use that for my dark spots on my cheeks because I do get hormonal breakouts. And on the other side. All right, and to set our face today, we are going to use the Airspun powder. And I'm just using that to specifically set my smile lines. We'll set the rest of the face later. And then using this fluffy kabuki, I am just wiping that off. Our Born This Way concealer in the shade Warm Sand. You can see she is loved. Oh my goodness. And I'm just applying 2 little dots under my eye. I am going to lightly tap this concealer into my eye. And then using my concealer brush, I'm just dabbing that into the skin and finishing off the blend. Okay, so now we can go ahead and set our under eye again with our Airspun powder, and it is time to officially make myself look less like an egg. So if you were very concerned and you're like, girl, this is not matching, don't worry. So first we're gonna grab our MAC Dark Mineralized Skin Finish. We're gonna apply that all over our face on the parts that we want to be nice and brown. And I'm just gonna swipe that along my cheeks, under my chin, down my neck, so we can make sure that we are the same color everywhere. I can tell on camera that it pulls a little green in the face, and so my skin tone, my undertones are actually more of a peachy orange tone. So what I like to use is this Black Radiance contour palette in the shades medium to dark. And what I want to go into is this middle shade. You can see she is very well loved. I buy this palette over and over again, so we're going to use that all over my face to bronze. And now using this kabuki brush, I'm just getting rid of all that extra powder under my eye, swiping it off to the side. And so to create the perfect bronzy look that works perfectly with this trend, we're gonna apply a tiny bit more bronzer. So we're gonna apply our Coconutty by Fenty Beauty. Just bronzing my hairline, basically. That's a good way to put it. And we gotta add a little bit more bronzer along the cheekbones, kind of like contour, but not fully. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. And we're even gonna apply this along the edges of our eyeshadow. And so for my lower lash line, what we're gonna do is apply, of course, dark chocolate under my eye. And then we're going to smoke that out using Carmel Sundae. We are going to apply some of, this is a very loved palette as well. We are gonna use this French Tarte. Oh my God, look at that. I have used so much of this. We're gonna use French Tarte by Beauty Bakery. We're just gonna pull up. I love this blush. I love an orange blush. It just makes me feel so bronzy. Okay, so for highlight today, we are going to use the Fenty Beauty Fire Crystal. Just applying some of that down the bridge of my nose, in the center, at the tops of my cheeks. I'm gonna put on some mascara on my lower lash, and then I'm gonna go finish my hair and get dressed. I just got a text message, and I know it's my husband. I know he's asking if I'm ready. Sweetie, you know the answer. I'm not ready. We're gonna go in with peanut butter, and we're just adding that to the inner part of the eye to create a beautiful highlight, but it's matte.
And to finish off this look, we're going to be using my Molasses Sephora lip liner, and then we will be applying a little bit of the Tarte Juicy Lip Plump in the shade Honeysuckle. This is our final latte makeup look, beautiful and bronzy and perfect for every single day. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you like, please like and subscribe down below, and I'll see you next time.